Formula Atlantic Racing has a long history of activity in North America. From its ranks of young lions have come drivers like the late Gilles Villeneuve, Keke Rosberg, Bobby Rahal, and Michael Andretti. Formula Atlantic Racing returned to Westwood this year with the support of the Imperial Tobacco Company and its Players brand. Players has been a long-time supporter of this series, and their support was instrumental in bringing the semi-pro W-Car Series to Westwood once again.
Last year's race winner, Chris Bender, had a motor problem even before the race began.
We've just basically used up the one that we've had, and we're to the point now where the motor that we were supposed to have didn't get done in time, and it's in Portland, or Seattle rather, and so we're a bit away from that. We've got 2 motors instead of maybe 3. We don't have an extra engine being cycled while we're running on the other 2. So we just don't have the finances to do what we're doing. We came here with the intent to go at it as hard as we possibly could, simply because next month there's no race.
In 1978, Jeff Wood qualified on the front row beside Keke Rosberg, who has since gone on to be world champion in Formula One. What's Jeff been doing since then?
Well, 79 we went on to do the Formula Atlantic Series again in 1980. 81 I drove the Can-Am Series for Carl Haas Racing. 82 and 83 were kind of years where we had a little shortage of sponsorship money. We did a couple races for Dan Gurney on the IndyCar circuit, a couple races on the endurance circuit, 24 hours of Daytona, finishing 3rd there, and last year not doing any races at all. This year, leading the Formula Atlantic Championship. Out of 5 races, have won 2 of them, finished 2nd in the other 3. Hoping to make this 3 wins and 3 seconds place for us this weekend.
Except for moments when the local deer were out on the track and some cars overheated, practice and qualifying were carried out in an orderly fashion, with Dan Marvin coming out on top. Jeff Wood was 2nd fastest, Riley Hopkins 3rd in his well-turned-out racer, and John Richards was 4th, 1.5 seconds slower. In Heat 1, the fastest time was set by Dan Marvin as he led from flag to flag. The heat finished under yellow with the pace car on the track as a wrecker had to remove Riley Hopkins from the curbing in turn 4.
Well, it was kind of an anticlimax after all that with the pace car. It's a heck of a way to finish a race following a pace car under the flag. Thanks, Steph. Hey, Joe. No, it got a little slippery out there. We had a little bit of understeer, but I think we'll maybe swap the tire side for the second heat, and that should take care of that. But it was real good. People were real good about letting the lead cars through, and no problems at all.
The second heat started with Marvin edging out front, while Alan Berg and Jeff Wood scrapped it out for 2nd. Their contest was ended in turn 2, as Wood had trouble with a 2nd gear and spun. Berg tried the outside, but hit Wood's wheel and flipped his recently acquired Ralt. No injuries, and fortunately Wood restarted and continued. He finished 9th. Meanwhile, Riley Hopkins was struck while overtaking Bentley and destroyed his left rear wheel, giving him a 0 for both heats. Dan Marvin pulled out a safe margin and cruised home to an easy win.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I kind of inherited this one. It looked like most of the main competition exited stage right down there at the clubhouse on the first lap, so it was mostly up to me to keep my nose clean, though. John Richards back there certainly did his best to keep me honest for most of the race.
You didn't have too many events, though, on the track, did you?
No, actually, I can't complain at all. I think I got the breaks, and the other fellows didn't. As I say, I don't really feel like I earned this one particularly.
After the results of the 2 heats were checked by the Sports Car Club of BC's scoring staff, John Richards was listed in 2nd position. 3rd place was under protest by Ron McKay and Jeff Wood, and the dispute was not settled as the fans left the track.
After some lean years, rallying in British Columbia is once again showing some signs of growth.